Hey, Mike at Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Jester by Nola bags. Real quick, I don't usually talk about designs, but I had to make a mention about it. I've mentioned it before. I love when bag makers make designs that wrap around the bag, and that's just, I mean, when you put these up, it's a really awesome looking design. You got the clown face that wraps around. Phenomenal design, really stands out, really pops. Love it on this. Just want to make a shout out to Nola for the great designs and the effort they put into making it look good. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about these bags. We'll start with the slow side here. The slow side, this is that slide right material, fast side. It's the same as the slow side you find on the all slides. I call it a 7-speed. I think Nola calls it a 6. I call it a 7. So it's really a 6 and a 7 on this. It's a fast material, but controllable. It's very hole friendly. It's a great slow side for a fast bag because it's very forgiving in the landings, very forgiving around the hole. You can run bags in the hole with it, but you can also slow it down if you need to and put a blocker from time to time. So about a 7-speed on the slow side. Fast side, I believe it's the same fast side you find on the snapper. I think Nola calls this a 9-speed. It's somewhere, 8.5 to 9. It's definitely a fast material. It's a very thin material. It's very hole friendly. It's definitely great for cleaning up and pushing through messes. So we're looking at about, I don't know, I would call this like a 7 to 9-ish speed bag on this. I think Nola's a 6 to 9, so somewhere in that speed range there. The template on this is a medium template bag. It's got a medium amount of fill in here, but because these two materials are very loose, it gives this bag a lot of flop. This is on, it's not the floppiest bag, but it's on a floppy, it's one of the floppier bags for being a medium template bag. This feels more like the flop you get with a larger template bag, which gives the bag a ton of forgiveness, as I mentioned. This bag, if you don't throw the flattest of bags, it's not going to kick on you. If you get it up near the hole, it's going to grab the hole and go in. I love a floppy bag when I want to throw a faster bag. And with this medium template, even though it's floppy, I grab it, I can still lock it down. Typically, you get a floppy bag and you get those larger templates. I grab them in my butterfly grip and they're still moving and flopping, which leads to an inconsistent release and bags not coming out the same every time. But with a bag like this, because it's not a larger template bag, it's a medium template, when I grab it, I can still lock it down. I've got complete control of the bag when I throw it, and then I still have the forgiveness of the floppy bag when I land. So it's really the best of both worlds there. The fill in here is the mix fill. It's a really nice mix fill. It's got smaller beads, so it doesn't have those real big clunky beads, so it still gives the bag a great smooth hand feel to it. When you grab this thing, you don't really feel the beads. It's a nice fluid feel. And when I grab my butterfly grip like I normally do, and I grab it, I love it because the fill pushes. It doesn't compress. It pushes out and fills up automatically, so it doesn't leave some gaps in the bag. It really fills out really nicely. So, and then the bags are ACL Pro Stamp for 2024. So if you're playing ACL events, you can throw these Jesters here. And that leads me into, let's go ahead and jump into playability on this. And this is a bag that's just designed for running bags in the hole. If you throw fast, you like fast bags, maybe you play on slower boards looking for faster bags, maybe you have a higher arc, softer landing, more of a finesse throw, this is a great bag for you. It's designed to run bags in the hole, put your 4 bags in, outscore your opponent, and it does a phenomenal job of this. I don't keep track of PPR in my reviews. Maybe I should have. I don't, because I do edit some. I go out and throw for an hour to 2 hours for each video that I do, and then I pull out the clips that I want to show in the video. So it's not a full picture of the throwing that I do, but I will say I felt like I put more of these bags in the hole than any other bag I've thrown. Like this bag just wants to find the hole. And like I said, it's so forgiving. So even when you throw it, if it doesn't come out of hand right, if you just get the bag to land somewhere close to where you're aiming for, it's going to flatten out. It's going to run straight. There's really no kick to it. You get it into the hole because of the flop. This bag just grabs the hole, spins, and because these two materials are so hole friendly, it just strips in with the mixed fill. Like this bag just wants to find the hole, and if you can get up near it, it's going to go in the hole. So it's definitely a bag that's great for those ghost cornholes, the deck around holios, those events where you want a high PPR. It's also great, if you get in against an opponent who maybe throws a dirtier style game, right? And they're putting blockers up there, and then the roll bag type player, and you're not wanting to kind of fall into that, let me play their style game with them. I want a bag where I can clean the board up, I can push through, I can sneak around. A bag like this is great because if there's a blocker up there, you've got options. You got options in this bag, and normally a faster bag you don't always have, but you got options because you can push through obviously if you want to, but you can also step out and just sneak around. And if you clip, because these bags are floppy, if you just bump into the corner of their bag, it's going to coin up and spin around and even maybe push their bag out of the way and take yours in. So you've kind of got that get around ability of this bag. And all you got to do, like I said, is just get the corner of your bag to catch the hole. So even if they got a blocker up there, you don't need a big view of the hole, just a small gap corner of the hole, side hole. If you can just get that bag up and just dip in the corner, it's going to pull around and come right back in. So this bag is wonderful for playing that get around style game and just sneaking bags past. So if you got opponents throwing blockers up there or something like this, you can still get your bags in, leave their blockers, make them collect their blockers. If there's 2 bags up there, it's great for kind of folding up and sneaking in the middle of it. And then if you have to push through, the fast side's plenty fast for pushing through 1, 2, 3 bags, whatever you gotta do, you can push through and clean up. And as I said, if you have more of a finesse throw, you can throw blockers with this, or if you're playing on boards that start getting a little sticky, you can throw a blocker. You can control the slow side just enough to put a block if you need to put a block from time to time, and maybe you need to manufacture points. Maybe you want to throw a little bit of a dirtier round here or there. You can definitely do that. When it comes time to collect, you've got plenty of speed on both sides of the bag. I will say, just be careful when you collect, because if you're just clipping a corner, they're going accordion up, right? They're going accordion up, and it's going to go around as opposed to go through. So you want to come more into the middle here. Be more intentional when you go to collect it and clip it, and you'll take them in, and they're both going to go. You get it moving. You get these bags moving. They're going to fall in the hole. No issues of them bunching or clogging, because they do fold up really nicely. They fold up and flop up. So multiple bags, you're pushing through 2 or 3 bags, they'll fold up and drop in with no problem whatsoever. For cuts, rolls, flops, not the best bag for that. I mean, you can get a subtle cut, maybe a little bit on there. I mean, if you can roll bags, you can roll any bag. If you have the right technique, you can roll any bag. Not a bag that the average to below average player is rolling. This is going to be in more of an advanced skill level for those shot shaping shots, right? If you're an elite at the rolls, cuts, flops, you can do it with this bag. If you're not the best. But that's not what this bag's designed for. Again, this bag is designed. It's not designed for that shot shape. It's not designed to get cute and fancy. This bag's designed to just go straight down the middle, go in the hole, get around if you need to, air mail it in, push through when you need to, and it does a great job of that. I mean, like I said, I was really impressed, because I'm not a fast bag thrower. I prefer to throw more of that medium to slow speed bags. That 4 to 5 speed range is my sweet spot for me typically. But when I put this bag in my hand, and once I started throwing it, like the bags just kept going in, and it just builds your confidence. I talk about cornhole being a confidence sport, and a bag like this really does improve your confidence, because as you put a bag in, and as you get on a roll of putting bag after bag after bag in the hole, you have complete confidence that that next bag you're throwing is going in, and you're not having to overthink it. You're just stepping up and you're just throwing. And for me, that's when I play my best, is when I'm not thinking about the throw, I'm not thinking about my grip, and I'm not thinking about my release. I'm just stepping up and I'm just throwing the bag, and that's where this bag shines. So if this sounds like the type of game you want to play, you like that fast style bag, you like running bags in the hole, definitely give the Jester a try. I think you're going to love them. That leaves you in availability, and Nola has a website, NolaBags.com. Be a link description as always for you guys. Go there. The Jesters were $70 for a set, and it's $10 shipping, so $80 shipped to you. Phenomenal price for an ACL Pro Stamp bag. I can't recommend it enough. At that price, at $80, it's well worth taking a chance. If you've been interested in trying a faster bag, if you throw faster bags, you haven't tried the Jester at that price, give them a shot. And even for those of you, I think I mentioned this in one of my other reviews as well, even if you don't throw fast bags, if you're more of a slower bag, carpet style bag, a bag like this is a great bag to train with, because it teaches you more of a finesse throw. It teaches you how to land a little soft on the board. And if you can control this bag, then when you get with one of those slower bags, you really can get a more aggressive, and it helps you with throwing back blockers or laying a level 3 or 4 blocker, because you have the finesse and the control to slow that bag down. So it's definitely a great training tool. And honestly, it's good to learn to throw a good variety of bags, especially if you play blind draws or switch holio, something like that. You're going to be throwing a lot of different style bags, and you don't want to be the partner that steps up and tells your blind draw partner that I can't throw that bag. I can only throw this bag. You're a better partner where you can say, you know what, I can throw whatever you want to throw. And so if you get with that person who maybe only throws faster bags, you can adapt. So it's definitely a great training tool to have. It's going to make you a better player. And like $80 a set, it's well worth the investment to have a set to practice and try them out. So definitely give the Jester a run. So if you throw them, I love to hear your feedback. If what you like, what you don't like, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I thank you guys so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.